punk rock music has become a scourge in our nation. Let me tell you of something that happened right here in our own city. You've probably read about it in the papers. However, I'll give you the real facts behind the case. A young man from our own community attended a performance by the punk rock group Mindless Self-Indulgence. A few days later, this same lad found himself driven to commit unspeakable acts at his very place of employment.
I think that the Parental Advisory sticker is kind of a double-bladed, double-ended sword.
At this point, the whole Parental Advisory sticker is completely useless.
Parents should know what their kids are buying beforehand.
And that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Parents can't listen to everything, so having the guidelines on there is helpful.
Can't you help me as I'm starting to burn? How come every time you come around my London Bridge wanna go to wake up, can't you face me?
You know about the little Parental Advisory sticker? Yeah, because one time I was trying to buy a Marilyn Manson CD and the guy said I couldn't, so I went and downloaded it online.
It's good to let the parents know, what their kids are listening to. So if a kid brings home an album and there's a Parental Advisory sticker, they can, take it away from them.
What do I think about the parental guidance stickers on CDs? I'm actually for them. I approve of them because it gives the parent who is supposed to decide what the kids listen to, watch, etc. It's like in the movies, they're rated so that parents know, rated R, don't think my kid should see that.
I'm surprised that NSYNC didn't have a Parental Advisory sticker because one of their songs was about cybersex. And I bought it when I was like 12. Of course I didn't understand what it was about.
I know that Green Day, I don't listen to Green Day, but I know that Dookie is worse than American Idiot. But American Idiot is more popular on MTV and for preteens. So I think they put a Parental Advisory sticker on Green Day American Idiot because kids are more likely to buy that one. That's why I also think it's biased, because it's based on the kids, not on the actual content of the CD.
Well, CDs that aren't stickered, I guess that's obviously another thing that's going to have to catch up in the industry. All movies are rated before they actually hit the theater, although you see the advertisement saying not yet rated. Of course, by the time it hits the theater, it is rated. And I'm sure eventually that's the way it will be for all music or CDs, because some of them are comedy and other things.
You can't really stop them from buying the CD or even downloading it, because downloading it doesn't ask you how old you are, and even if it did, you could lie about it. So, iTunes, LimeWire, whatever, it's not going to stop anyone from downloading or buying explicit songs, CDs, etc.
Well, downloading music, okay, you're going to bypass the whole sticker, the whole, getting around it. There is no perfect solution. There never is a perfect solution.
Like, I buy some CDs off iTunes, and they say that, like next to it, it says explicit, but that's not going to stop anyone from downloading it, and there's no way for them to tell how old you are when you're downloading a song. Especially if you use, like, LimeWire or Kazaa.
Parents should be, should lock their computer and only let their kids on it. If your 11-year-old should not be going on and downloading music off your computer.
In 1984, Tipper Gore purchased Prince's Purple Rain for her then 12-year-old daughter after becoming a fan of the radio hits Let's Go Crazy and When Doves Cry. To Gore's surprise, the rest of the album was not as squeaky clean as the hits she had heard on the radio. She was particularly outraged by the song Darling Nikki, in which Prince sings some racy lyrics. In 1985, Gore helped form the Parents Music Resource Center, or the PMRC, along with Susan Baker, wife of Treasury Dames Barker, Pam Hauer, wife of Washington Realtor Raymond Hauer, and Sally Nevius, wife of Washington City Council Chairman John Nevius. They were known as the Washington Wives. PMRC claimed that popular music, especially rock music, was particularly responsible for the contemporary increase in rape, teenage pregnancy, and teen suicide. The group's mission was to educate and inform parents about the growing trend in music towards lyrics that are sexually explicit, excessively violent, or glorify the use of drugs and alcohol, and to seek censorship and rating of music. In August 1985, 19 record companies agreed to put parental guidance explicit lyrics labels on albums to warn of explicit lyrical content. However, before the labels could be put into place, the Senate agreed to hold hearings on so-called porn rock. This began on the 19th of September in 1985. When representatives from PMRC, 3 musicians, and Senators Paula Hawkins and Al Gore testified before the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee on the subject of the content of certain sound recordings and suggestions that recording packages be labeled to provide a warning to prospective purchasers of sexually explicit or other potentially offensive content. One of the musicians on trial was Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
Clearly state, go into the water. Go into the water. Live there. Die there. And my clients all tried to breathe water and nearly died because of this underwater album by your bad death clock.
Why don't you go breathe underwater?
I suggest that it was your intention to create an album that caused destruction to human life.
Over the years, artists have been blamed for the rise in teen violence at home and at school. Kids claiming that their reason for violence is because of the music they listen to has sparked even more controversy and given parents and Congress even more reason to pass a bill that strictly regulates the rating of music. For example, in the Columbine incident, Marilyn Manson was blamed for influencing the shooters because they listened to his records.
Of nothing.
The album clearly states, intended for fish only. I rest my case.
Not guilty.
When people say they're influenced to do things because of music, that's ridiculous. They should look into themselves for a cause. They shouldn't blame music or blame their parents or whatnot. It's usually their own fault. If someone blames Marilyn Manson for Columbine or blames, anyone for killing someone, that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, the Columbine kids that were influenced by the music they listened to, their parents weren't paying attention to them. They were making bombs in the basement, in the garage. Their parents were obviously not paying attention at all to what their kids were doing. These were affluent families who had the means to pay attention, and they neglected it. They just were lazy.
I think most kids can handle the lyrics that are thrown at them, and kids who say that they're influenced by music, like the Columbine kids, probably are socially unstable.
When kids say that music made them do things like cut their wrists or kill one of their classmates, that's complete.
I think the responsibility should be on the parents. Like, if you don't want your kid listening to a certain kind of music, maybe you should pay more attention, but you shouldn't force people to put a sticker saying, warning, this could be offensive.
The sticker may stop some parents from buying the album or letting their kids buy it, but I don't think it really changes the kids' ideas on it or anything.
Pretty sure it's useless, because I don't know, it doesn't really stop people from buying it, and it doesn't, so many CDs have the Parental Advisory sticker now that it's kind of meaningless, because it's basically every good artist.
I don't really think the sticker does anything most of the time because the kids find a way to beat the system one way or another.
The next tragedy may be that of your daughter, or your son, or yours, or yours, or yours.